Hello, this is Patrick with 4 Down Touchdowns. This is my co-host Kelvin and my other co-host Cruz, and we'll be talking about our predictions for a team to go to the Super Bowl.
Well, personally, it's a pretty obvious pick. The Detroit Lions are definitely going to the Super Bowl. Let me tell you why. The Detroit Lions just re-signed Jared Goff, Jameson Williams, and not DeAndre Swift, Amon-Ra St. Brown. And their defense is going to be very good next year with Aiden Hutchinson on that side, Xavier McKinney, and other players.
Well, who's your other team that you think would be going against the Detroit Lions?
Probably the Kansas City Chiefs. You know, Patrick Mahomes, you can't bet against him.
Yeah, I would agree with that pick, but me personally, I would not pick the Lions. So therefore, I would pick the Eagles, but they could get knocked out. I feel like this year is gonna be Josh Allen's year. I feel like he's had enough experience in the NFL, and I feel like if he cracks this year, I feel like there's no more excuses. But I feel Josh can really make it this year. But I still think the Chiefs are gonna win in the Super Bowl. But when you talk about how they're re-signing people, I mean Jared Goff. I mean he can play good sometimes, but at all times, like he's not a stable quarterback. I mean he has his good games and his bad games. And Amar St. Brown, yeah, he is a good receiver, but he's not one of the top ones. But he's still a good receiver though.
But for some reason, you know, it can't be the Buffalo Bills and the Kansas City Chiefs because they're both in the AFC.
It's either those two.
So it has to be a team from the NFC. That's the
Well,
Super Bowl.
I'll say I'm good with the Cowboys then.
Cowboys?
Yeah, I feel like they have a strong
All
offense with Dak Prescott,
No.
CeeDee Lamb.
No, it won't be the
Yes.
Cowboys. It
Why?
just won't.
Why?
Because the Cowboys suck. That's why.
So the Cowboys.
The Cowgirls.
Oh, the Cowgirls.
The Cowgirls.
Okay, well, I guess
Okay,
I
they
do call them that
suck.
sometimes. But so you're telling me the Cowboys
Trash.
are not better than the Detroit Lions?
They are not.
Okay.
We're just ripping on the Cowboys
Tell me why.
now?
Tell me why.
Let me tell you why. Because the Cowboys can't score. CeeDee Lamb is overrated. Dak Prescott can't stop.
CeeDee Lamb is actually very underrated.
Okay, they
People
don't.
barely
They don't have a
even
running
talk.
back. They didn't re-sign Tony Pollard. They don't
Yeah,
have.
they did.
They don't have Ezekiel Elliott. Okay, they don't have.
I mean,
They don't need an extra center. They don't need Zeke. They need Pollard.
They
they should've-
didn't re-sign him.
But
No,
but
he's
the
still
offseason's
on the
not over
roster
yet,
on
so
a
they still
one-year
have
deal.
time. They still have time to resign more players.
It doesn't matter. It's just their defense is also getting old. Their defensive line, besides Michael Parsons, is very old.
But
Yeah,
they
yeah,
still have a
Marcus
good
Lawrence
defense.
is like
They still have a
32
good
now.
defensive rush attack though.
Mm.
And all their safeties aren't that good anymore.
I
mean, if you're a cornerback,
Trayvon Diggs, I mean, come on. That guy only goes for interceptions. He can't play defense.
I mean, interceptions is part of defense, so I would consider that to be a very good defense.
No, I wouldn't.
Why?
Because he's not good. A good cornerback doesn't allow 10 touchdowns on the whole year on him.
Well,
that
I
is true.
guess-
He did allow 8 touchdowns, one-on-one of them.
I guess I can.
That
I
is
can't
too
argue with that.
much.
I mean, but think about it. The receivers he was going to go up against in his division, though.
Like you got A.J. Brown
Yes.
and Terry McLaurin.
Yes.
Those are the real big guys. And Devontae Smith, too. Don't forget about him. My personal prediction for the Super Bowl is the Cincinnati Bengals. I know their defense is going to be a lot worse without Jesse Bates, but I think Joe Burrow, Jamar Chase, T. Higgins, and even Tyler Boyd still
Yeah.
will be an elite offense. And if Joe Mixon can find a way to stay out of jail, then they will be definitely a Super Bowl contender.
Okay.
And that has been our Super Bowl predictions from 4 Down Touchdowns.